Hey guys, in this video I'm going to quickly break down how I modeled and hand painted this pump shotgun. So I start with a cube and just extrude and scale the front edge to fit the stock shape, and I also add loop cuts where needed by pressing Ctrl R. Then I create a cylinder with 10 faces and scale it up to fit the barrel. I duplicate the top face with Shift D and extrude it up. I then add some loop cuts, bevel them with Ctrl B to match the thickness of the studs, and then extrude them up. I duplicate one of the top faces to make the top rail, and then I add an aiming point by adding a loop cut, scaling and extruding. Next I duplicate the barrel to make the bottom cylinder and scale it to fit. I duplicate this again to make the handle and shape it by adding loop cuts. I round the stock edges by beveling them. I add some loop cuts here and extrude some faces up to match the details. To create the trigger guard, I add a loop cut on the handle and then extrude and scale to match. I create the loading chamber and add some more details to the handle. I delete some of the faces and fill it with Ctrl F to match the shape. Now I mirror the other side by deleting half of the gun and adding the mirror modifier. I add some more details by extruding faces up and smoothing the edges by beveling them. I use the loop tool circular option here to create this hole. I subdivide this face and again use the loop tool circular option to create this last detail. To unwrap the gun's UVs, I just used Smart UV Project and then painted the whole gun a dark blue colour. Then I selected the stock and the handle and painted them a woody brown using the fill tool. To create a wood-like texture, I painted dark and light lines on the wood, making sure to change the blend mode to add when painting light colours and mix when adding darker colours. And finally I used the smudge tool to blend them together. I then made the wood edges look worn by painting over them with a lighter colour. I went through and selected all the metal that would receive a shadow and painted them a slightly darker colour, and then I did the same for all the metal that would be a bit lighter. Using the line option, I then painted over all the metal edges with a lighter colour, and then I painted over any creases with a darker colour. Lastly, I painted some scratches and dents in the steel. I've put the model on itch.io for free, the link will be in the description. Thanks for watching guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.